And I dwell on things. I don't know if you guys do that. You kind of play the what if game. You know, what if I didn't spend all that money? What if we didn't break up? What if when Sleeping Beauty woke up from her coma nap and saw Prince Charming, she was like, whoa, hey, I like black guys.
Every week, the best comics in the country gather in one place, and this is that place. It's time to find your happy place. It's time for Laughs. Hey, welcome to Laughs. I'm your host, Taylor Tomlinson, and tonight we are gonna kick you in the face with comedy. So grab an ice pack, because Laughs starts right now.
I wish I was a princess. I know I don't seem like someone who might wish that, but I do. I watch the princess movies. I still watch the old ones. Kind of difficult to watch now, though, because they're wrong. Like Sleeping Beauty and Snow White, that's like a frat party that went wrong, right? Who's kissing girls that are asleep? Don't do that. Don't do that. I think The Little Mermaid was actually made for adult straight men, because they fall in love when she can't talk at all. And she's super stupid. He's like, who's the quiet chick combing her hair with a fork? Let me talk to her. What happens in that movie? I want to be a princess because I think they were on drugs. I know that is the wrong reason, but that is my reason. You're in a big house by yourself, right? You're talking to teapots? Okay. All your friends are mice? Cool. And I like weed. I do. I like weed. Thank you. But you got to be responsible about it, though, right? I know that I can't stay home if I smoke weed, so I'll just fall asleep or try and eat my own house. It's like to go out, walk around, do things. I also found out, though, that I do not like to talk to people when I'm high. I found that out because I don't know if you know, but oh my God, I'm too high to talk to you is not the proper response when they ask you what you want at Starbucks. It's tough. It's tough being an adult, or whatever I'm pretending to do. I am single, from Seattle, Washington originally. Thank you. I didn't realize dating there was weird until I had gone to other parts of the country, right? Like I used to date a guy, and his idea of us spending time together was to each bring our own books to a coffee shop and then read them there separately, right? It's weird. But dating's about compromise, so I let him do what he wanted to do then so that I could do what I wanted to do later. And what I wanted to do was not date him.
This is not controversial, but I don't think that men should catcall women. I think that that's inconvenient. It makes women feel uncomfortable. But I do find it a little entertaining when the catcalls aren't sexual exactly. They're just said in a sexual way. Like I heard this one guy catcalling this girl the other day. He was like, I see you walking. I heard this other guy once. He was like, those are some legs. I was like, maybe these guys aren't catcalling. Maybe they're just learning English. You know, like, those are legs. That's a bus driver. Where's the library?
I don't know if anybody's ever talked to a New Yorker before, but I love it because they over-exaggerate everything they talk about. His name is Kirk Robinson. He talks just like this. And his favorite saying is, 'cause I got things to do. 'Cause I got things to do. The best part is, he never has anything to do. Kirk is the only person I know who quit a job during orientation. I was like, what the hell happened? He's like, so I'm sitting there, right, filling out the paperwork. Then all of a sudden, they start talking to me about working 40 hours a week. I was like, listen, the slave days is over. I'll give you 12, but I ain't gonna do 40, 'cause I got things to do. As he's pouring an alcoholic mixed beverage at 8:30 in the morning. You gotta try this new drink I invented. I call it the pineapple jump off. What it is absolute vodka, pineapple juice, and then a splash of absolute vodka. That's the jump off right there.
You have to date young girls if you're a stand-up comedian. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but older, sophisticated women are not looking for this. They're not hunting comics, you guys. Fortunately, people always tell me I look younger than I actually am. And sometimes I date girls in their 20s, and they don't even think to ask how old I am until after we have sex. And after we do it, they're like, so how old are you anyway? I'm just like, ugh. Let me answer that by asking you a question. What's the oldest guy you've ever had sex with? She's like, I don't know, like 32? And then I just look at her real creepy and I go, wrong. 45. Yep, she was pissed too. She was like, well, at least let me ask you this. Have you ever had an STD? And I was like, no. And then she just looked at me real creepy and said, wrong. Herpes. Just kidding, ladies. I don't have it. I think I might be immune to herpes. Is that possible? I have a theory. My theory is that Jews are immune to herpes. That's my theory. Are there any Jews here tonight with herpes? Raise your hand. I've done this at like 50 comedy clubs now. Nobody's ever raised their hand once, you guys. We are the chosen people.
All right, let's take the comedy to Twitter. Let's see your I'm watching laughs selfies. Use the hashtag LaughsTV, and let's keep it above the waist. Okay, people? Let's get back to the show.
Other day I was reading People magazine because I'm not good with people, and just go to the instructions, I figure, right? People magazine, 2016, sexiest man alive, David Beckham, ladies. Not on board? Not on board? I'm with you, man. I think it's a scam, man. You guys don't think it's a little bit weird that for the last, 100 years in a row, the sexiest man alive just happened to be a celebrity? I'm not saying the sexiest guy in Hollywood. They're saying the sexiest guy alive. Like there's not a goat herder in Kenya is ripped, right? Like that's not on the ballot, right? Sexiest man alive. They're literally saying if you were sexier than David Beckham in 2016, you would be dead. Here's how I know it's messed up, man. A couple of years ago, sexiest man alive was Channing Tatum, all right? Yeah, ladies, I don't know if you're aware of this. Channing Tatum, still alive, sure as hell did not stop being sexy, all right? Call me old-fashioned, People magazine. I don't think you should be allowed to call yourself the sexiest man alive until you have killed the previous sexy man alive.
I asked this girl for her number before the show. She looks right at me. She's like, how do I know you're not a serial killer? I'm like, really? You think I'm a serial killer who moonlights as a comedian? Because whenever they catch a serial killer on the news, they interview their neighbors. They're always like, he was so quiet. And he always kept to himself. They're never like, he was hilarious. I miss him. My dad just got a smartphone. He has no idea how to use it. He'll send me a text, it'll be an H. 10 minutes later, I'll get an E. What do you have, a Ouija board on this phone? Do you need help? What are you trying to say? He flipped the camera by accident, so every picture's his face. And he doesn't know. He thinks he's showing people stuff. He's like, look at Uncle Freddie's new car. I'm like, it looks just like you. That's great.
Hey, did your ex-boyfriend call you, but forget to leave a message or text or anything? Like, did he butt dial you or... I don't know, I'm just guessing for a friend. Anyway, take a break. Stalk him on social media, figure it out. You know what, I'll do that too, just because we're soul sisters. You're welcome, don't need to thank me. Laughs at some more great stuff coming right up. Welcome back to Laughs. While other comics are off rewriting jokes, here are some jokes that are perfect.
I'm an uncle. That's moving fast. Being an uncle is cool because you don't really have to do anything to be an uncle. You can just hang out and know people. And then they make you an uncle because they want to. It's really a beautiful thing. I have people, oh, congratulations on being an uncle. I was like, hey, don't worry about it, man. I ain't even do anything. It's really dope. Oh, no, you did a lot. Oh, no, I wasn't even in the room. I was not even there. And friends, oh, are you happy to be an uncle? Did you want to be an uncle? You don't have a choice. Did I want to be an uncle? That decision is made for you. You don't want to be an uncle. That's like asking somebody in jail, hey, do you want your hair braided? They're going to braid your hair whether you want it braided or not. Think you're gonna go in jail with an agenda? Oh, don't braid my hair on Monday. My mom's gonna visit me on Tuesday. I don't want her to visit my hair braided. I told her I was gonna let it be low for the summer. So if you let it go in, no, man, get between that dude's legs and let him hook you up. That's the way jail works. That's why I keep my hair low, just in case I go to jail. I don't want my mom visiting my hair braided, you know? I'm crying, you know, who braided your hair? I don't know, I asked him to stop. It was either braid my hair or wear yoga pants, so I chose the braided hair. Oh.
Join us on Facebook. We have all the news, views, and another word that rhymes with news and views that I can't think of right now. Anyway, join us. You'll like it.
Have you ever tried to convince somebody that you're not crazy? How does that work out for you? Hey, Mike, I sent you a message on Facebook just to see what's going on, see how you're doing, see how you've been, see if you want to get together. You know, no big deal. You get back to me when you can. And I didn't hear back from you right away, so I went on Facebook to see if the message sent, and it did. You were on there just posting and tagging and liking things. You didn't get a chance to check your inbox yet. You will when you can. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. So then I sent you a text message just to see what's going on, see how you're doing, see how you've been, see if you want to get together. You know, no big deal. You get back to me when you can. And I didn't hear back right away, so I sent another message saying, did you get my first message? And I was like, well, if you didn't get the first message, you couldn't have got the second message. So then I sent a third message saying, sorry for all the messages. And then I was like, stop doing that. So then I called you just to see what's going on, see how you're doing, see how you've been, see if you want to get together. You know, you get back to me when you can. It's no big deal. And I realized that I forgot to leave my number. And I know that sometimes people on Facebook are like, oh, you know, I lost my phone, or I got all new contacts or something like that. Or, you know, so I called you back just to leave you my number. And it rang once and it went straight to voicemail. So I know that you saw that I was calling. You hit decline. And then I got all pissed off and I was leaving this angry message like, what do you think, you're better than me? And I was like, you know what? That's not fair. Maybe you're online with somebody else. Maybe the phone was in your back pocket. You hit the button by accident. Who knows? The point is that if you just take a few minutes out of your precious day to give me a call back, we can hash this whole thing out, maybe even have a face-to-face. I think we owe it to each other after everything we've been through, even if the end result is that we never talk again, which is clearly what you want, and for all you know, it could be what I want too, but you're not gonna know that you pick up the phone and call me back and let me prove to you that I'm not crazy!
The funny never sleeps. It does, however, take some short naps. So we're gonna go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, the laughs will be wide awake and raring to go. Laughs will be right back. Hey, welcome back. I was worried for a minute that you'd get lost in the channel surf and not make it back safely to me, but you did. Good job. You deserve a prize. Here's a laugh.
So excited to be here. A little bit about me. You guys might have noticed me weeble wobble out here. Yeah, I have a disability. It's called cerebral palsy. It's just it's a very sexual gimp. It's very sexy. Thank you so much. Very nimble in the hips. Very rigor mortis in the knees. I like talking about my disability on stage. I think it's really important. I hope it helps people maybe think about how they perceive people with disabilities. That being said, I would not like to talk to any of you guys about my disability after the show. Okay, let's keep this fourth wall way up. I get this a lot after shows. People are like, you're not that disabled. What are you complaining about? Which is totally fine. That's totally fine. It's valid. I get it. I'm not that disabled. But like people planting that thought in my head, that's a really dangerous thought for me to have. It's like, they're right. I'm not that crippled. I could probably roller skate. I can do it. Let's go. Come on. Just put a helmet on. I'll be fine. You know, I get other crazy ideas. I'm like, I'm not that crippled. You're right. I could totally have sex on top. You know, just put on the helmet. I'll be good. I'm kidding, right, ladies? I can I can definitely have sex on top. Just, don't tell my boyfriend. Why? I'm so lazy. No thanks. Gross. What do I want to break a sweat? Disgusting. I don't have a boyfriend. That's the joke part of that joke.
Watch clips, full episodes, and find out where to see our comics live at laughstvshow.com because .gov was taken.
I'm 36, and people ask me all the time if we're gonna have kids, and I say no, and they always look at me like I just said the most offensive thing possible. The other day, somebody asked me if we were gonna have children. I was like, no, we decided not to, and he looked at me like I said, I love killing kids. I don't wanna have them, but I wanna kill them so bad. I don't know, I don't wanna have kids. I'm an uncle, and that's good enough, because I have a nephew named Sebastian who's the meanest person in my entire life, and he's 6 years old. Like, you wanna know if you've gained some weight? Talk to Sebastian. He'll tell you, man. Like, we were hanging out the other day, and he walked up to me, and he just stabbed me in the stomach with 2 fingers. It was like, Uncle Scott, are you pregnant or what? I was like, dude, you have a younger brother. You know how this works. That's just cruel and unusual for you to say that. And it hurt my feelings because when he was a baby, I did everything I could to keep that little guy alive. Like when he was 6 months old, my sister asked me to babysit for her, and I was like, I'd love to, man. She's like, cool, you just need to know 3 things. And I was like, that doesn't seem like a lot of things. She's like, first, you gotta feed him. I was like, easy. And when he gets fussy, change his diaper. I was like, you got it. And put him to bed by 6. Cool. But when you put him to bed, you need to wrap him up like a burrito and put him in his crib and face him up. Do not face him down. Put 8 pillows around him. Cram him in there real tight. I was like, why do I got to do that? She's like, because he'll kill himself if you don't do that. I was like, this babysitting gig just got real serious. Because apparently, if you don't do this to a baby, as soon as you turn the lights off, they're just like, screw this, and just roll over. And that's horrifying. So she said that and she left. So Sebastian didn't sleep at all that night. Because I put him on the coffee table, and every time he tried to fall asleep, I'd flick him in the face. Uncle Scott's not gonna let you die tonight.
It is a little-known TV secret that it's best to save your best for the end of the show, but to tease it at the beginning of the show. Damn it, I forgot to tease it. Well, I'm telling you now, it's coming. Right after this break, the last laugh. Hi, every week I watch about 1,000 hours of comedy, and then I pick my favorite seconds. These are my favorite seconds. Here's the last laugh.
I'll tell you something about my mom before I go. My mom runs stuff in my family. My mom runs it, right? Latin families, same things. Indian families, my mom is the boss. My dad is useless. I didn't even realize how useless my dad was until I was 8 years old. When I asked him for some permission, he apparently had no authority to give me while my mom was out grocery shopping. I'm 8 years old, I go to my dad, I'm like, hey dad, can I go play in the sprinklers? He's like, you want to go play in the sprinklers, buddy? You go ahead, you have a good time. Don't you worry, buddy, don't you worry. Like, I wasn't worried until he said that twice, but that's fine. Thanks, Dad. 5 minutes later, I'm with the sprinklers having the time of my life, and then guess who shows up? Out of nowhere, my mom, like a falcon. She just flies in, lands on the sidewalk. She's like, hey, what do you think you're doing? I was like, I'm playing in the sprinklers. She's like, who told you? Point them out. Who told you? No, I would like to meet the person that told you. I would like to say hello to the person that told you that you could play in the sprinklers. May I please let him know who did what, who? I'm like, Dad told me I got to play in the sprinklers, Mom. She's like, oh. You asked your father for permission. You might as well have asked a banana. And then my dad sells me out because he's scared of my mom, right? She's like, did you tell him he could play in the sprinklers? He's like, I don't even know this guy. Who is this guy? It was an honor and privilege performing for you guys tonight. Thank you very much. and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you, guys.
All right, I'm not gonna say it. I say it too much, it's lost all meaning. I gotta say it. Best show ever. Seriously, we crushed it. Lightning in a bottle right here. We'll see you next week when I open the bottle again. Oh, hi, YouTuber. I don't know your name because you haven't subscribed yet. So right now, you're just YouTuber, a faceless YouTuber. Hit subscribe and I'll learn your name, and then we'll be besties. Yay! I promise to never do that again if we become friends. Hit subscribe. Do it. I love you.